It's the Chit Chat Show. Chit Chat Show. Chit Chat like there's no tomorrow. Go. It's the Chit Chat Show. Chit Chat Show. Chit and Chat like there's no tomorrow. I'm your host, Favorite Flav. What's up? I'm yapping, no capping, that's real. Tune in, settle in, let's groove. Chit Chat is yeah, that's you. Hi everybody, welcome to the Chit Chat Show, where we chit and chat like there's no tomorrow. I'm your host, Favorite Flav, and we are back again with another episode. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. And today, y'all, I am with the y'all got it. So, if you guys don't mind, can you go around introducing yourself? We're going to start with you.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Mayal.
Hi, I'm Mima.
Hi, I'm Karen.
Yo, what's up? It's Nay.
Hi, it's Shanoy.
Hello, it's Sydney.
Leticia.
Hey, I'm Amber.
And Gray.
You know what this is giving right now, Loki? You know the guys that have been going into stores and then they do some random thing and then they just start getting like, hey! Yes, them! That's what it's giving right now. Oh my! They called the macho nigga. That's what they called the macho. And they did Pilates too, no?
But they started off with like we're going to like daycare to getting matcha.
That's too.
And they start wearing like the quarter zips and they start going to Pilates.
Is it those two guys?
No, it's like a bunch of black boys.
Yeah, it's a bunch of black boys. I think they're in like New York.
Yeah, they were definitely New York.
Ladies, New York.
Okay, how is everybody feeling right now?
Feeling good.
Feeling good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Feeling ready to yap?
Yes, I'm ready to yap.
Okay, great. Okay, let's get things started. What does everybody do for a living?
I
exist.
I'm an IT technician. And a podcaster.
He's stupid.
Okay, who's next?
I'm a psychiatric technician.
Is it me? Oh, hi. I'm the president.
Wait, what's this?
The president.
The president? Who's the president of my SGA? I'm a banker.
That's money. Big mama, and big mama.
What do I even do?
What do you do, girl?
Research scientist.
Okay. STEM.
Oh, okay. Student pilots.
Everybody be catching flights.
I know, guys. Nah, this one gonna be taking me places.
Quite literally.
I'm a designer.
Hey!
Fashion, interior.
Interior.
So I have a project for you. I need a room that needs rearranged.
I'm trying to like decorate my apartment.
Everyone pin in there real quick.
Don't act like you're not gonna put it in your room.
I'm a business student.
International.
Me, jack of all trades.
Doctor, lawyer, engineer, everything. I do it all.
She does it all.
And AKA I do none of these.
Why are you like?
I'm a nursing student.
Wow, look at us, women.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What thriving, yeah?
To fix my computer, someone to design my house.
We got yeah.
Somebody to
and I pay your shit. Right. And then we got our jack of all trades. Okay. God forbid.
Sure. Every time I'm in your fight, you better be giving me the pilot cards. Can I talk to the pilot?
I'm gonna be upset. I'm telling you that now. I'm telling you that now. I can't even do a coon room.
Okay. Now back to the original question.
Right.
Right. Red flags.
Do you want to start? What are the red flags that you think you have paid for in the past?
Red flags. Oh no, you guys can talk.
No, you go first. You go first.
Red flags ignored that we paid for. I gotta think.
So who has something? It could be. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. In friendships, girl.
I have one.
Okay, talk to us.
I'll be the first guy.
Go ahead.
Talk to us.
A red flag that I ignored that I paid for is inconsistency. That's
Can you elaborate, please?
That's like whether it's romantic or in friendships. Like if they're not consistent in like the good things, like. Or consistent, like, I don't know, if it's not consistent, like, it could be good today and then bad tomorrow and then worse the next day and then they try to get you back into good.
So, my question for you, right, with the example that you just gave, how did you pay for it?
How did I pay for it? I suffered.
Oh.
Kept going back.
No.
Okay.
No. Once I was out, I was out.
Serious.
How long did it take me to get there?
Some need to learn that.
I paid for a good time.
How you?
Yeah.
Your friend.
You was taking the inconsistency.
I think for me,
Yeah. Favor has something.
I think for me, a red flag that I ignored will probably be like lack of communication. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, guys. Lack of communication stresses me the freak out.
Okay, we can't. We gotta change. We can't all just go like, bro. We're girls. We got equal response.
We sound like bees.
Yeah, no, it's like they. I start clacking.
Like we gotta say,
who would be the man? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I can't do lack of communication anymore.
How did you pay?
How did I pay? It made me start filling in the blanks.
Jumping.
You know, making assumptions.
We love
and then I must find the answer. You know, so let's say I paid with it with time. I said I paid with it with time.
Hey! What did I say? Change it up, man. No more.
What is she talking about?
I said switch it up. Let me hear it on.
I have a question.
So, when it comes to that comment,
What comment?
that you mentioned about losing time, wouldn't you say, or for me personally, I feel like those experiences where you say that you lose time, over time, it just happens to be a lesson because you gain experience from lost time. So would you say that you could leverage time for experience?
Girl, I keep putting
Hell no. Time in this place, time in this world is money.
It's just me.
It's a good question. But I mean, the answer you're going to get is not what you expect.
I had more time taken away than the experience given. So
there's some things where people say that not every lesson needs to be learned. Some of it's just common sense. You know?
You don't gotta learn it.
It's automatic for you.
Yeah.
Man.
What did you say?
I said sometimes you don't have to go through it. You can learn from somebody else's experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, amen. Amen.
Do I have to go to jail or am I going to learn from somebody else going to jail?
Right.
I'm going to learn from the person.
Good guy. Yes. Clock it.
Sorry, okay, man. Just leave me alone. Let me do my in peace. I don't know what she wants us to do.
Like,
At this point, right? Everyone would do said, isn't it?
Yo, now we're done. We're done. Cut the camera, bro. Get me out of here.
Guys, we need to focus.
Bro, you're not serious.
Composure.
Me, I'm crying. Okay, what's the next red flag?
You have. Oh,
I
okay.
answered.
Yeah.
I think we all
Are you
like
crying?
went.
Yeah, because I was laughing.
It's so depressing when you're crying. Ooh, this is so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Would you rather be loved or rich?
Reach.
What do you mean love the rich?
Wait.
Yeah, wait.
R-E-A-C-H-E-D?
R-I-C-H.
Oh,
Rich.
Oh, rich.
see, that's a good accent.
You know, Nigerians can't pronounce it. We can't pronounce that C-H.
It's like I already love myself.
Why we gotta pick and choose?
Yeah, no, you can, what you can do.
Rich in love.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, I beg.
Wait. Let's go. Jennifer, you have
To be loved is to be rich.
So it's gonna put money in your bank account.
give me the bag.
It's essentially the answer.
Give me the
Once
bag.
I revoke the money.
Give me the bag.
I like that answer. I have to figure out the
Bag.
I have to calculate.
What happens to me?
I like that answer.
But what you just said, to be rich is to be loved.
No. Because people have no way. The reason.
No, to be rich is to be loved.
The reason.
Wait, one voice.
No, there's a reason.
Listen.
Wait, the reason why I don't agree with that statement of to be rich is to be loved is because some people have a sick and twisted version of their love, and that sick and twisted version of love is not a good, healthy type of love.
Right.
And you think you can be rich in that. You know, there's a lot of people that are just in a relationship and they're stuck in that relationship because they think they're loved, but they're actually being abused.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want that type of love now.
But some people will think that because they've been like taught that is a love, and so they expect that and they consider that abuse or that type of interaction as love, and it's not.
Yeah.
They gotta rather be rich than a motherfucker than be smacked by an. Hell no.
But I feel like being rich doesn't always equate to happiness. Like there's a lot of people out there who are rich and who are
Miserable.
Because they don't have any love around them.
Yeah, they don't have any love around them.
That's
It's just
sweet.
money, and then they start to realize,
Yeah.
okay, everybody that's around me is only. All the relationships I have is only transactional. Somebody wants something from me because they know what I have. You know what I mean? So it's just like, to be rich is nice because it's getting you by. You know, it's something you're content.
What is money if you don't have any love around you?
Yeah.
No, you
That is true. I understand stability is good. You know, you want to be stable. For me personally, I'd rather be wealthy than rich. I want to make sure that I'm content, my family is content, generations after me is content. You know what I mean? But it's just like rich. I don't know. When somebody says rich, I think okay, this is temporary. Like this is just like this is fast money. This is money that only is gonna keep me content for the time being. But it's like, dang, that can come and go. You know,
if you pick someone with the right values,
right?
They're rich. They should provide and love
You know,
you at the same time.
Okay. Sydney gonna have money. She gonna have money, and she gonna have a nice
Big backyard.
What about you?
I'm Nigerian. Give me the money.
Okay. Hey. I can't complain. I can't.
Niger folk came to do business now.
But you know what David O said? He said love is sweet,
But money day, love is sweetheart. Love is sweetheart with the money.
You're taking a mess with the people.
He's a nepo baby child.
Would you guys date someone that's a nepo baby?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
1,000%.
It's okay to be a nepo baby.
That's my
I don't
dream.
understand
Don't
like
lie.
the bad connotation. Cause me, I want my children to be nepo babies.
I think the bad connotation comes from the fact that a lot of nepo babies are like for example in Nigeria, nepo babies are children of like, you know, government officials. And
Yeah.
if you're within that government, like it doesn't make sense like in Nigeria how like you're so rich but you're just a government official. Do you know what I'm saying?
And also, like,
That's
the
bad.
NEPO stands for never experienced poverty. Like, so you have to think about it. Would you be, like, not saying that, like, everybody in this room has
something today.
But, like, it's like, I don't know.
You know, there's different types of nipple
Nipple babies. I was gonna say,
like some
literally, that's where
never
we're going.
experience poverty, and that's how they live their life.
Yeah.
Some are like
Humble
I'm not gonna go
and,
above
like,
beyond
beyond.
because I've already seen it all. Like
They actually appreciate, like, how hard work and, like, I know.
just matters who you meet, and it's the nipple baby.
That's true. How they're raised.
Yeah, because would you want to marry into the family of a nepo baby who's selfish and vain?
Exactly.
Hell no.
Exactly.
That's true.
Okay, so since we're in the topic of dating, right?
Mais à quoi? Yeah, go on.
Like, cut the cameras. Time out.
Take 3.
That sound that just came out of
So we're in the topic of dating, right?
So soon, we just started.
I
We'll come back
I'm
to
kidding.
it.
You're
No,
right.
it's a
Let's
good
do
one.
dating last.
It's a good one. It's a good
À la
one.
fin.
It's a good one. Okay.
À
Okay,
la
so how do you guys feel about dating among like other cultures?
What do we talk about other cultures? Are we talking about like I'm a West and I decide to go for South or East? Or are you talking about
Different
like
countries.
African,
Culturally.
Anyone,
You're African, you date somebody
that's
from
not from the
Asia.
place.
actually
Thailand.
I'm fine now.
It's South Korea.
I'm fine.
So like a white man.
Nobody wants me to have marry white men now. You set me yourself of the bondage of an African man. But I don't know, I'll probably marry an African, unfortunately.
Nigerian, right?
No!
Wait. Okay, as anyone, has anyone here dated?
hang on to many Nigerians.
Yeah, that accent.
Wait, she has a question.
Has anyone dated anyone that's not from their own country?
Yeah.
Country
Girl,
culture.
I vowed to myself. I said I'm not doing
She
this.
said country or race.
Country/culture. Okay. Do you prefer dating somewhere from the same place that you're from?
Wait.
I'm not dating no Jamaican man. I'm cool. I'm okay.
Wait, so what shaped that for you? Because I feel like a lot of people, they don't want to date within their culture per se because
I feel
their father just did enough. Or maybe like they've seen other examples.
Jamaican men are insecure. Like insecure. And like the homophobia alone makes them like some Jamaican men don't even want to wear the color pink because it's deemed as a girl. And that's just it screams insecurity. Now there are some Jamaican men who like grow up in America and that's okay. But for the most part, probably say no. Probably stay away from that.
I think it stems from both, like just experience and what you have seen, what you grew up with, and what your parents tolerate is not necessarily what you would want to tolerate for yourself. So like with the idea of like wanting to do better than your parents, you don't want to like stay in that environment that like made you. Although you're not like a bad thing, you know, you survived, you're here, but at the same time, would you want that for your children. You feel me? Yourself and your children.
Even like how like Jamaican men like will have a bunch of kids, like you never really see marriage. Like I didn't see a lot of. I saw people getting married in my family and around, but you don't really see a couple stay together forever. Like, you don't see a foundation of love. Like it's. I just
want to say like love has no borders or boundaries. Like whoever you fall in love with is like what your soul ultimately, I believe, like has been attracted to, and also what God has wanted and chosen for you. Like you'll feel it, because I feel like people talk about every love that they have. This is the one. I feel it. This is the one. And it's like, is it though? Like it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jennifer. I want to hear your thoughts. What were you gonna say?
Do you guys believe in the fact that there's somebody out there, like a specific person, like the one? Because I feel like I thought about that, or that's the way I thought until recently, where I'm just like, there's really not the one.
Yeah, you just have to like. They're just the most compatible. Like you ultimately have the most in common with. You're choosing to settle down with. Like, it's not necessarily your person because somebody else thought that was their person.
Choice. Because love is a choice, and like
deep.
Love ultimately
real fast, like
real quick. Hey, I'm getting sober, bro.
Her wine.
Yeah, grab it for her.
Yo, like I'm getting sober. What the fuck?
Okay, I have a question, and I want to hear it from Sydney because you know, like we all kind of know what it's like. Culture-wise, cool.
Sydney
like,
sat back. She said, "Oh."
I'm more intrigued about like the interracial aspect of it because, like me personally, I didn't grow up around white people.
Yeah.
So like that was never an option for me. So like now when I come to America, it's like, oh, okay, that's a thing.
It's an option.
Yeah.
I'm fully supportive of interracial relationships. Like I have loved ones who are in interracial relationships, and I also agree that, you know, love is without borders, and whoever you fall for is who you fall for.
You see yourself on a white man?
I don't know.
He said, "What up, guys?"
Guys, love has no borders, or like I'm telling you.
Well, like in an African household, it has butters.
Really?
Growing up, like
not my mama.
It's just like the same thing like in Nigeria, where like if you're from Igbo, you can't marry someone from Yoruba. So it's like you have,
especially the women
stay
too.
within. And like in my culture, I'm from Calabari, and like
guys,
it's known that
Jamie Matt is talking.
So like in my culture, I'm from Calabari, the Ijos, and then there it's not even the men, it's the women. We go around, we sleep with different men, and then we have children for different men. So in that culture, it's the women who are the terrorists. So like they tend to like just frame us as like you can't get married to like a Calabari lady, but they will want us because of our bodies or whatever, but like don't get married to them. So like it's just the things that we grew up with. Like now my mom would tell me like don't even date a white man. So it's like the things our parents like instill in us too, and that puts like a limit.
I have to say, yes, obviously you have to follow your parents' teachings and guidings, but remember they're from like not an older generation, but they are this is a new generation. Like obviously like not for everything that they say and pass down to us we have to change it, but like we also have to think times are changing. The things that used to be valid and accurate in their time are expired, honestly, in 2026 or in this time. I'm not saying that that's one of those things, but like I don't know, most of them are stuck in their old ways, which you can't blame them, because it's honestly, you also have to think about like the physiology of everything and like how trauma is passed down through genes. So like it's not just like behavioral, but it's also like physiological. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just feel like,
but not everything that they say is true, so you don't let that limit you in who you like. If you feel like you have attraction to a Korean man because you like you, for example, you know what I'm saying? That's just an example. Go ahead, wait, finish what your thought.
I was just gonna say, like, me personally, it's just because of the the learnings and the teachings I've had to like learn about like the white culture and the white people, the things they did to our people back then, I just cannot see myself with my master. Like it's just that's just the way I
she can't like that's her mindset.
Yeah, that's just like a different topic for a different day.
No, but
Shania,
that's what I was gonna say. Like preference is also a thing.
Yeah.
I personally choose to date within my range.
Yeah.
I just
preference is also
I just don't think I'd be able to.
No.
Exactly.
But I have a question. Yes, but I have a question. Like, because again, like I said earlier, love has no. You literally cannot control. Like, sometimes you just have feelings for people that you are like attracted to because it's psychologically. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I might meet someone who's outside of my range.
Yeah, you know that you might feel.
Become friends.
Yeah.
And then
but you are debating it because you're like, I know this is probably not going to be. You're kind of like fighting it because you'd be fighting it because you know you're like, damn, this is going to be heavily criticized in my culture. Mm-hmm. Like, so you're not even going to like go for it. But I have to say, not saying like this is your destiny. You're not going to end up like this. But like, what you never know what life is going to bring. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know what the next hour is going to bring. You never know, and it could be the best love of your life, and you could get married in Italy.
I mean, true. I'm not saying I'm closed, but
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Marrying into another family is scary because it's like you do want to be able to get along with them, but also you're creating your own family, a family, you know, on your own. Like, this is you and your partner, so it's just like, how much are you going to consider somebody else's, you know, family? Like, what if you really love that person, but you just can't get along with the family?
Yeah, but like, you know,
what do you do in that?
No,
that sense?
I definitely see like what you're saying. Like, I think it definitely depends on like who your partner is, so like whosoever partner is, because if they aren't able to stand up to their family for you, that's not your husband for real. You know what I mean? If the mama rude, you know what I mean, and you know the mama rude, he knows the mama rude, and he's just like, no, that's just how she is. You know, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say like, I know like sometimes it's like, oh, what if you're in love with this person, but this is the factor that is kind of stopping it. Sometimes love isn't enough. Like,
it's not.
There are so many other factors.
Never ever.
Love is. Do you know what I mean? It's not enough for you to go through all of that suffering.
What do you think of the 5 things? Right, there's only 5 things that people needed for a relationship to work. What would it be?
Trust.
The top 5 things.
Trust, communication, loyalty,
comprehension.
Everybody say their 5.
Okay, wait, Grace is going.
Wait, hold on. I didn't remember what I said.
You said
trust, communication, loyalty, compassion. If you got money, I can't do this. I can't. No, I already said this before, and I'll say it again. I can't live a broke life. Oh, we go up, not down.
It is important though. Like, I feel like a lot of the time we like to, I guess,
water down.
Yeah, like it's important. I've seen finances break up marriages.
Yeah,
it's
what
important.
I always say, that
you know?
The lack of money brings in unnecessary problems.
Yeah,
really, very much unnecessary problems. That shouldn't even be there.
Definitely want to be
people
stable.
Don't have money. Yeah.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, it's exactly. We're not talking about like just regular relationship. It's a marriage. I think people are forgetting how like the marriage is big leagues. Like you can't just like you know what I'm saying.
I've heard stories from women who made more money than their husband. And that's where a lot of abuse comes from. I have seen women being physically abused simply because they make so much money more than the man. And the man thinks they're being dominated simply because I personally just want my man to be able to make more than I do. Because I also don't want to have to go through that. Because men have a big ego. They have to,
like she said, like money is important. Like you don't want that to be the reason why.
100%.
And I feel like men are made to be providers. Period.
Go ahead.
Like we're made to be helpers. You know what I mean? But the man is supposed to be the leader of the house. I don't care in this day and age where men want to be the princess.
Oh, we be the man. Oh, we be the man.
targeting specifically. He's targeting that specifically. Men are supposed to dominate. Men are supposed to lead. You know, and it looks differently. It doesn't mean that like women are only subject to be in the kitchen and everything like that. It's not that. But it's roles. There is gender roles. I don't care what your views are. There is gender roles. There's a structure. There's things that there's a structure. Okay, God intended everything
in
to
a
go
heterosexual relationship.
A
specific
so
way.
what would you say for the people whose gender roles are reversed and their relationship still works?
No, then I do not. Okay, so I personally don't think that that's the problem. I think there are people who are like that, but it's not like a big percentage. Like if you were to put all people, if you were to maybe like to take stats and like see, okay, maybe like out of I don't know. I want to see how I can put this into. Maybe out of 5, is only 1 out of 5 that are actually that happy. I work with people women that actually make so much money and their husbands, and they're UPS drivers and others, their husband that doesn't work. He stays home, does everything, she works and she provides, and they're okay. They've been married for like 10, 20 years plus. There are people like that, it works. But majority of the time, it's a whole other different story. I had like one lady literally tell me how she literally got slapped when she was pregnant. And she only told me this one thing: abuse in our relationship started when I started earning more money than him. That's all.
I think there's a fear even putting yourself in that position, like where it over time you accumulate money and then the ego builds, and it's like, okay, well, hold on, we were doing good, yes, but now you have so much money, and then problems can build.
Exactly. Because I feel like they feel like they're being challenged.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you make more than me. You can use that against me potentially. So I need to big myself up. You know what I mean? To show you that
I'm sure who's boss man. I'm sure who's boss man.
And for a lot of men, that means bad. Let me physically show you that I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you. You know what I mean? But it's just I feel like that's when it starts to turn abusive. Because like I can't, and emotionally too, because it's like I can't challenge you anywhere else, but I can challenge you physically because I'm a man. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's when it starts to turn abusive. But it's like if you were to put just to piggyback off of what patience is, if we were really looking at stats and see, okay, relationships where it does work, where the woman is making more money and he's okay with being a house husband, it doesn't outweigh the amount of, it just is not.
Would you want to make more? I think it's also about the men's ego. Some men's ego is just bigger than their love for their wives, and that's the problem where like they need to work on their ego.
You guys think it matters who makes more money though?
No, like I wouldn't.
It's not the money. It's just the ego.
It's not the.
It just depends on the kind of man you have.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like you specifically. Girl, I don't even know. But I'm talking us over there. For you guys specifically, right? Do you think it matters if you make more money than your man or your man makes more money than you?
Make more money than me.
The hell?
He got to.
It's not a broad amount of money.
The Jamaican is coming out. Yeah.
Okay, Amber, your top 5 things you think is needed for a relationship to work.
I miss it for.
Trust, communication, consistency.
Maybe let's keep it at 3.
But I'm trying to think. I feel like another one is like you guys have some type of like common ground in terms of like your banter. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, because
humor.
And then the last one is like you have to have good morals. I feel like just even just in a relationship, for me personally, like as a human being, I feel like your morals equate to your humanity. So like if I can't be with a person that doesn't have good morals, I'm telling you about the things that are going on in the world and you're just like, oh,
it is what it is.
You have no empathy for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are my 5.
Thank God I ain't me.
Off the day.
Okay, what about you, Leticia?
The same thing.
Off the same 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
And comprehension, like she said too.
Okay.
Understanding, like that's really big.
So big because without comprehension, there's no communication. You can talk to someone, it's like talking to a brick
it's
wall.
not getting through.
It's not getting through. Like
also, like we're all different. Like if you understand me and like why I'm acting the way that I'm acting, or why I would do
that's
this.
the one. I
Like,
feel like a lot of people.
like,
like being able to, you know, look at somebody else's perspective. I feel like it's very easy to be in your own mind, you know. But somebody that is like self-aware enough to the point that they're like, okay, I feel this type of way, but I know that, you know, that's me. Like, you could probably feel a type of way about the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. But that's also, like, I'll wait my turn.
No, go ahead.
Speak now, speak with the truth. Take up forever, Oja, please.
Well, I was going to say, like, that's bare bone. English is not my first language. That's another thing about, like, you can understand someone and where they're coming from, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like agree with what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because like we're different people, like you're saying, like everyone's different, and also Shano, you were saying if you're able to understand me, and we're different people, we're from different cultures. Not only is that huge, but like that says something about you, like in a positive way. But then also like you have the negative side of it. Like I don't know. That's all. Sorry. I'll wait my turn.
Can I give an example?
Yeah, go ahead.
A person who's been poor their whole life and I don't know, they were wrongfully convicted and they come out and they're a felon basically. And they just so happen to still, because they have a son, a 4-year-old son that like needs food, and they explain to you, hey, I can't get a decent job and I need to feed my 4-year-old child, and you guys are dating. And so, in that same regard, okay, I understand,
we be dating,
but I don't need to be with you because you're a thief. If that makes sense, I don't know if that like makes sense.
I mean, wait. My question is, were they a thief before?
No. So you wouldn't be okay with that because they stole for.
Were they a thief before? After they met me?
No, but like, would you be okay with that because they are like feeding their 4-year-old? Although that's a
like they stealing.
Would you understand them to the point where like you'd be okay with that?
It's complicated now.
Just so you can do that to provide. I mean, yes.
It's the product of the system that they've been placed in. Like, it's not that.
No, but she just said it was
stealing isn't good, but let's be real. Where are they stealing from? They're stealing from what? Walmart, big corporation.
Just steal from a black-owned business.
Questions. What are your 5?
So I think she really said she had some really great points, but especially on the part of like common ground, Christians, when they talk about being equally yoked, I think that works a lot. And to me, love is not enough. There is more to the relationship than love. Although feelings do die, sometimes you don't feel the same way about that type of person. So you have to find something that you guys have in common that can keep you guys going.
You say feelings do die, right? Don't you think that like even if like, you know, the love or passion you had for somebody, right? Like, don't you think like that could come back?
I think it can come back too, and I also feel like also being with somebody for a very long time too. Also, I think it depends on people. It also adds to that. It's we're humans. Our emotions are like roller coaster. We feel before they can always come back, but you know you're not gonna feel for him the same way as you feel for him when you're like 15, butterflies and things like that. He's also not gonna feel the same way, you know.
You change, you get older.
You get older.
With experience, you have different mindsets
and things like that. Have you like one thing that always blows my mind a lot is African parent relationships. You're so
they never say I love you. They never say. They never.
My dad only says I love you when you're in Nigeria.
Zero affection.
To piggyback on like what you just said, I've heard a lot of older people say that like when the butterflies die, that's when the love begins. So like basically when you're not feeling those like butterflies, that's when you now choose to love that person every single day.
That's what reality right there. I 100% believe that love is a choice. You choose to love. Is what I mean. You really choose who to love. So when you're choosing the person you want to love, you have to be very careful because love is not going to be the whole thing that you have to. There's more to that.
My question is,
I
what
have
is
to
love?
interject. Can I interject?
Let me answer that for you.
Okay.
Can I answer that for you? I saw a preacher who said, love is not a feeling. Love is what you do despite of how you feel.
I was about that's how exactly defined it.
That's love is despite of.
I like that.
Despite of.
Love is what you do
Despite
despite.
Just exactly what Patience said. When the butterfly stage rolls over, because people don't understand there's stages of life, and because there's stages of life, sometimes your love may dwindle in those stages. Sometimes it may, increase. It really depends on what stage you are in. But I feel like a lot of people, because we can all agree that divorce rates are high right now, and there's been studies now. They call it, I think it's called like a gray divorce, where there's a spike in old people getting divorced today. People that have been in marriages for 50 plus years are now getting involved.
I don't want to die more.
Can you imagine coming to the decision to divorce their partner? You know what I mean? It's like at an all-time high, and I just feel like some people, yeah, it's justified.
Yeah.
Wait, I wanted to interject,
but it's also like, I think a lot of people play into the feeling that they have for that person. It equates to the love that they have for that person. But that's not true. Like, of course you're going to love somebody. You're going to have butterflies for somebody in the first stages of y'all dating. Yeah, it's true. But after the fact, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
You want to
after
go find
you have the
something
kids.
greener?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After you have the kids, after you go through, like, let's say postpartum, after you go through all the stages of life and you feel like, okay, I can't stand this person right now, but it's just like that. I feel like that right there isn't enough for you to like say I'm falling out of love with this person. Like, I'm never gonna be with this person ever again. It's just
God forbid I give a good kids and you talking about you don't want to deal with me no more. Don't
shoot the fuck out of me.
Actually,
I'm going to jail.
I wouldn't interject. I kind of forgot. I have retrograde amnesia. Like, I forget. I want to go back to what Patience said.
Okay.
Something about love is a choice. And, like, I was like, I agree. But also, like, physiological, you can't help.
Here she goes. Here she goes. Come on. Teacher. Let her cook. Let her cook. You got that out the biology. Let her cook. Psych now.
I completely agree. And again, we have to remember that many things, multiple things, two things can be true at the same time. Yes, that's true. But also you can't help who you end up developing feelings for. Yeah. Like, there was a psych study. I'm so sorry.
Girl, where's my drink? Where's my drink? I'm like, yeah, I beg. Where's my drink?
I'm already done.
I have a bachelor's degree in psych, and I'm gonna go back for my master's. But I need you to
have your bachelor's.
Wait, Maya, I think she also means in a way that like, okay, like you were in a relationship with someone, and then you guys fall out of love, like the spark is not there anymore. Are you gonna choose to keep loving this person, or are you just gonna move on to the next because you don't feel the spark anymore?
Which is what I was saying, because there's different aspects of things, and also people can interpret it from different things, which I agree and 1,000% understand that version, because like you chose to experience life with this person. You can't just all of a sudden, especially if you're married and you have vows till death do us apart.
Hey, I take that seriously.
No, I do. I was just saying, like, disculpe.
Oh, I just got a quick thing. Anyone allergic to peanuts?
No.
Amen. Then okay, continue.
Because like, let's say that the person, because this could also be a factor that you choose to be in love with, or that you end up falling in love with, is not someone from your own race, right? You just ended up falling in love just because that's how the fates of the things aligned. Obviously, I don't think that you should just give up if you have rocky patches or there's obstacles in your marriages, because like you chose to spend the rest of your life with this person till death do us apart, especially in marriage, because we're like grown-ups. We're not just like dating and having boyfriends. This is gonna end up somewhere with the family, creating a family, like Jennifer said. Like, Pestos, you're so funny. So I completely agree. Like, but also you also have to remember that you can't control every aspect of your life. Like there's some things like yes, you can plan and be prepared for, okay, if this happens, this is how I'm gonna react. If this happens, this is how my life is gonna go. But you also have to be prepared for that aspect of your life where you're like of the uncertainty, because you really do not know what's gonna happen. That's the part and I feel like that's what a lot of people fear. Like they fear accepting that. Like you can accept that, okay, if this happens this way, I'm gonna do this way. If the light turns green, I'm gonna turn that way to catch. But like some people can't accept the uncertainty because they want to have control. But it's like, if you're a Christian, God has control of your life on God's will, on God's time. Like you have to be prepared for everything, including the unexpected, which is what you can't expect or predict. So that was just where I was going with it. Not that I don't agree with patience, because like I agree, but like also there's like duality is key. You know, that's what I just wanted.
Honestly, I think as like humans, we honestly want to be in control of our life, of life itself. Actually, you know what I mean? It's like we want to be like God Himself. Basically, it's like we want to control the. If we could control the weather, we would.
Please put me on the beach.
No, but the first sin that was ever committed was pride. That was the first sin that was ever committed.
Tower of Babel.
It was literally pride. No, it was the devil when he was up in heaven.
No, that's true. When he
thought that he can challenge God. It's I feel like the root of every sin is literally pride. Because you feel like you are in control. You're better than God. You're bigger than God. Like you got everything under control. But that's not the case. It's like humans, we are creatures. We're not the creator. We literally need somebody to tell us like what to do, how to do it, and everything like that. But it's like we take it upon ourselves to do that thing that God is literally in control of. You know what I mean? Like He created us to follow the lead, and that's, I guess, in the midst of what everybody said, everybody's 5 things of like what was the question?
Top 5 things you think that
make a relationship. For me personally, I would add on to it because I agree with what everybody said. But it's like I need a God-fearing man.
Hallelujah!
I need a man who's going to lead spiritually. Okay, I need a man who's going to lead spiritually because I feel like for me personally, it's so big for me to create a God-centered family.
And the same topic of that, when there's uncertainties that are happening and we're prone to want to fill in the gaps, the gray area basically, and we basically reap what we sow. And I see a lot of women going through that uncertainty and like basically like the first question about like the red flag that like you ignored and then you reaped from it basically. So like for you guys, what are the things that allowed you guys to heal from like embracing uncertainty, if that makes sense? I don't know if I
embracing uncertainty.
So basically like a relationship is like not working, or like your friendship is not working, and the guy is not communicating, or like he's not doing those 5 things that are supposed to like keep your relationship going, and you're in that
No, you're good. Communication. Like, you have to communicate the things that you don't feel like are working. Like, when you feel like someone's not meeting your needs, like, it's so important that you just say that. Like, that's what's gonna, like, then we'll subconsciously and consciously build up so much inside because we're like, oh, he's not doing this right, she's not doing this right, rather than just being like, hey, I'm uncomfortable with this. This does not make me feel safe. Like, communication. I feel like to answer your question.
Now, what if that person's not communicating with you?
I beg you. Time to go.
What do you mean the person's not communicating?
No, like, they're not communicating. It's not working. They're not giving you that energy that you want. Like, you're communicating, but it's not even passing through. Like, what keeps you going at that point?
I think that's guys, we have to be realistic with that question because a lot of us were gonna say, "Oh, leave," but there's a lot of women that don't actually leave. They stay in there because you've loved this person for so long. Like, you just can't leave.
And that's where my question, like, how far does potential go? You know what I mean? Like, how far do you see potential?
I mean, are you there for the potential, or are you there because like this is what you see and this is what you want, or is it like this is what you see, but you see what this could be in the future, and then you go for what you see in the future?
Yeah. After you
sometimes
tell
you just
someone,
can't change people.
Sometimes after you tell someone something so many times and they haven't changed, like you need to take a reflection onto yourself and onto the relationship as a whole. Like, I'm trying, you're not trying. Like, why am I still here? Like, how many chances? How far does potential go? Like, how many chances am I going to give you for you to continue to do the same thing that I'm saying is making me uncomfortable?
Yeah, you can't always be like, he's a good man, Savannah.
He'll get better. Like, he'll do better.
Parents, okay, let's say not our parents, but like African parents, they stay in that bondage. They don't leave. They stay there, die there, suffer there, and then when it's time for God to call them, they're gone. And then you just know that, okay, yes, my mother or my father lived through this thing. But like, how do you like explain to them like, okay, this man's not treating you right. You've been in this marriage for like 15 years, 20 years, and you're still like, you know, repeating the same cycle of your parents.
Yeah.
So then it's like you're just passing down the same trauma. So that's why most of us, like, we have this imagination or mentality that, okay, the man's gonna change. He's a good man. We just have to stay put. You know, the church tells you, do not divorce your man. Do not divorce him. You have to stay there. You know, you go to church. The pastor says, do not leave him. He's gonna change. He will come around, and then you just stay there because that's what the Bible is telling you. But then again, it's not. That's not how it's.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen that, guys. And honestly, when you grow up in like a environment like that, you know, you would swear that ain't never gonna be me.
And then it's you.
And then it's you in a situationship. Right. Not even marriage.
Bruh, I was
in a situationship.
But like, it's like, to be honest, a lot of African parents, they do things out of convenience. And when kids come to play, that is their first thought.
Yeah.
It's like they will stay in something that they know that isn't for them because that's how they were raised.
Yeah.
That's how they saw their parents go through things, you know what I mean? And then they adopted that, and then that's how they're going through things and everything. So it's just like, for them, it's really out of convenience. It's like, I have kids by you. I gotta think about my kids. I gotta think about, like, you're all I know. Because to be fair, our parents have been together for God knows how long. They might be high school sweethearts. That partner might be the only partner that they've ever dated. So it's just like, I've been through so much with you already. It really does not make sense for us to pack up and leave right now. We've been through X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're all I know.
I do want to say,
like, you got their DNA in you.
You know what
now.
I mean? We might as well thug it out. But I think we're the generation to break that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do want to say, like, that's the case for a lot of, like, our moms, African moms, you know. But I feel like it's not all African moms. Yeah. And it also is, like, what you think about that now is based on your experience and what you have observed around you. Me personally, like, my mom and my dad are not together. They haven't been together since I was like 7 years old. Like, so I know my mom decided not to stay, and she picked up her bags and she left.
Period.
Because she knew that she deserved more, and she moved her children to America.
Queen.
Because I know that's not the case for a lot of women, but my mom had the financial means. And she literally saved every penny she had, sold everything to be able to buy us one-way tickets to come over here. And then she sought asylum here. So I want to say it's not every woman's case. And like you said, there are more women of our generations breaking that cycle if your parents or your mom, your grandmother, your relatives were a part of that cycle. But also I want to say, like, there's a little bit of progress, not just because we are making it, but also because a few of our moms have, like, because and also because it's based on experience. It's what you as a person, as an individual, like, what you choose to, like, make out of, like, what you've experienced, and also what you know is true. And, like, again, what Leticia said, you don't have to commit a crime to be like, I don't want to go to jail. You can see someone go to jail and be like, I don't want to fuck. You know, like, it's depending. Like, I'm serious. Like, it's just also depending on the resources and the education and everything that you've been taught. So like I do want to say that is true, but also like I want to say we have to have. I always have hope in everything that I do, because I just like I can't not have hope.
Yeah.
Especially as someone who believes in God, Yeshua. Like you know, I'm just saying like that's the case. But I also feel like we can't have hope. We have to have that in mind. Like yes, I don't want that to be my situation. I don't want me to end up in that situation. Always have that in the back of your mind, but. Yeah.
You could. No, I cracked out, bro. Not gonna lie, I just have to shut. Cause you're doing so good.
Oh.
What is happening?
Disculpe.
She dropped her cookie, bro.
No, it just. I heard the. But don't mind me. I'm just comedic effect.
Next person.
I don't been dragging it, child.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Next person.
I have to shut up because you guys are doing so good. So serious.
So good.
I
want to hear a lot and haven't spoken the whole
Like, it's so good to hear somebody else's perspective and then what they go through and how that shaped them. Like, it's refreshing.
It's crazy how ironically you guys are sitting on like both ends.
No, but I understand where she's coming from, and I do agree, because multiple things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Because that is either her experience, Jennifer's experience, or people that she knows and loves experience. Because everyone has we don't all live the same life to the exact same T. You know?
I also think that like to support your point, my story is very similar to yours, and I've like fought the thought of judging my mother for so long, but I also understood that she didn't want us to be like her, if that makes sense. She didn't want us to like, I don't know, think that that's okay for you to stay even if like you're being mistreated and stuff like that. And a lot of people like looked at her and they told her she was crazy because she's like, you know, you're married and like you have kids, why would you leave even if like he's beating you down or whatever is happening, like
stay for the
just
children.
stay because of the children. But then she's like, well actually I am choosing the children by leaving, you feel me? So like there's those two truths that can
be
happen
at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. And also, like, because other people have grown up and experienced different things, their mindset is going to be different. That's why they're telling you, stay.
Yeah.
While you're wanting to do something different for your kids, because you are living that situation. You know? But yeah, move on.
What's something we wish or you wish men understood about women?
We should pick it up from Sydney, because I don't think she's spoken in a while. We should pick it up from Sydney. Sydney,
what do you wish men understood about women?
Oh gosh.
I know. North.
That's another question, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, no, we can answer the question now. You've been saying words. You don't know any words now. I beg. No.
Like, let's know about each other. Actually.
No, okay.
She was just about to answer.
Oh, you were.
Yeah. She was.
Speak.
Patience. Vraiment. Voilà.
I feel like women operate on a different kind of like timeline than men.
Amen. That's true.
Relationships, but I just mean like day to day, like energy levels and their ability to change or like adapt seems a little faster than women, and I think women take like a steadier, more like group oriented approach, not necessarily emotional, but like I feel like we are more in tune with things, like in the spiritual realm and like the natural world a little bit more. And I love that about women, and I think that men sometimes are a little removed from that and don't understand it as well. So, yeah, I love that about women, and I think that men should know that.
We love women.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, move to the question. They don't. Oh,
I was gonna say to piggyback. We pay attention to everything. Like we pay attention to everything, all the like these smallest things, and like I think we're very emotional sometimes. Like in a broad sense, like we're emotional, and that's why we like this like a small little thing will be like, okay, well that kind of set my mood off. I think they don't understand that because I don't think women necessarily operate so emotionally as we do, or pay attention to all of those things.
Or are as in tuned.
Or as in tuned, yeah.
I feel like men be playing stupid.
Because there's no way you don't know what you're doing. No, because there's no way you don't know what you're doing. No, I agree. You're not stupid.
I feel like
if you don't know what you're doing all the time, maybe not all the time, but 90%.
Like, they don't
like
pay
you
attention
have
to the little nicky things that I'm saying that we do, but in a broad sense,
there's consideration in there.
Dumb.
Yeah,
like, you're not stupid.
Some type of inconsideration, so be it. They're not considerate.
I saw a video of a girl saying some stuff that her homeboy wouldn't do for a girl, or some stuff that something like that, and he was basically like, "Oh, I would like a girl to tell me when I must buy her flowers." What? Like, so I should have to tell you, hey,
like that never
do something nice for me? What? 4K. 4K.
That's work. What the hell?
That's why I feel like men who don't go out of their way is because they know that you are not the end goal.
Or either
that you're not the end goal.
My head hurts now that you
there's
said
somebody
that.
else out there that is better for them. You're just for the meantime. That's it. That's all. Because I'm telling you, if a man sees you as a wife, if they see you as somebody who could potentially be the mother,
girl,
they're gonna do things out of their norm.
Through the grace of God, everything is possible.
I didn't have a father in my life.
Ever. Why are you laughing?
You mean to tell me you needed a father in your life to know that you could go to Whole Foods and get me flowers?
Never.
No.
Why are you laughing?
I don't give a heck.
I'm sick of this.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
Social media.
You didn't have a father.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What Jennifer said really what Jennifer said.
Resources.
No, what Jennifer said really got. Bro, you hear that? She said a man that is not going out of their way for you knows that you're not the end goal.
Guys, I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
No, yo, do you know how crazy that
I'm waiting for you.
But women, we can make you into what we want. That's the mindset that we go into situations with. I can mold you. I can fix you.
No, we do go into that mode though. We do go into that mode.
It's build a
We're fixers. I think as women, we are like.
I could build
fixers.
you into what my preference is, into what I want. Whereas men, they're going into it like,
why is she laughing?
For me to even consider you as
But
my
hold on.
as the children. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, Grace, talk to us. Listen, I'm not no damn carpenter. Do I look like Jesus to be molding and making a man? Who do I look like? Am I the Lord above that molded people out of clay? My God forbid. I'm just. Y'all got me itching so bad.
No, but I do understand what you're saying. Like, I feel like with our minds as women, right? We have such creative minds. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking. I feel like we have the tendency. Yeah, we have the tendency to. We don't look at men for what they are, but rather what they could be.
The potential.
And that's the problem.
That's so depressing. You could be a very loving, caring man, but you're not right now. So I'm gonna take it into my job.
You know, make you. I see that you can be.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? And the problem is we're not taking that for what we see. Yeah. Somebody told me that, like, you know, a guy who...
I would say... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, like, someone told me that a guy will show you who he is, like, from the get-go. You just have to believe him.
You know my problem? I don't believe
I believe myself. My vision.
I'm done.
What I'm thinking is good. What you are is bad.
Bro, my friends, I don't believe what I see in my own life.
Girl. Building the window.
Is it different for you guys? Like,
Is it what?
Is it different from romantic to
friendship?
platonic?
Mm-mm.
I feel it's night and day for me. When it comes to platonic relationships, I'm so much different than I am with romantic. Because romantic, to hell with you. But when it comes to friendships, I feel like I hold so much regards to that, where it's just like I'm able to give you a lot more grace than I would like a romantic partner.
Yeah.
So is it different for you?
No, it's not different. To me, I just treat everyone the same. Like once you're gone, once I'm done, I'm done. Like bye. I just
wow.
I think right now I'm
stand on
10
toes.
I really.
I mean, I feel like I give people like so much grace. I don't know if that's a toxic trait or like it's a green flag or whatever. But like, I feel like if we get to that point, know that I've given you chances and times and like options and everything, like just for you to be better. And if I cannot just deal with it, we're done. Like. Just how she said talked about her cousin. It was one of my cousins. Like we were kids. We were like 5 and 6, and it was during my auntie's wedding. I would never forget. I was meant to be the flower girl. I was meant to be in front, and then
in center, baby.
She came in and pushed me, and then my flower basket fell on the floor, and all the flower thingies like fell on the ground. And now and then they're like, okay, Jamie, now you have to stand at the back, and I'm like, me. After that wedding, I never spoke to her again. Like we would meet at like family functions, but we never talk.
Excuse me.
She's coming. She knows. She knows that. Even at my mom's wedding, she came down and then they were like all trying to like, okay, Jamie and Ekene come together. I was like, who and who? No, but don't even go there. Like,
me, I have a question. How old were you when you were over there fighting over flower?
I was like 5 or 6.
God forbid.
No, that's like I really stood on business. Like we don't talk. She has my number and she's like texting me like couple of days. I don't even respond. Like I just held that like close to my heart because I'm just like
that flower basket
that's it. Like and we fought. Like we fought there and there. We fought. Yeah, we fought.
At the age of 5 or 6. I know your character.
Like, but it's just now that I'm like getting older, I'm just like that's not a good trait, you know. Like the Bible is like, just we need to forgive. Like I feel like I'm this kind of person. Like if I keep things to my heart, sometimes it hurts me, but then I just like brush it away. But now I'm just listening to like let go of so many things.
Did you let go of that bridal fire?
It starts.
Answer the question. No, that's the first one you need to
She talks to me, but like
you don't talk to her.
She has not forgiven the flower girl situation. So everything is for naught.
No, we spent my mom was like, oh hey, you're looking good, yeah, Jamie. Okay. And then when we traveled down to Maine, she's like, oh, you guys traveled, like, yeah, that's it. Like, don't talk to me again. Like,
my friend.
I feel like you put so much into perspective for me because it starts so young.
That's blood.
It does.
It really
does.
Blood. And you're already carrying that much weight.
I know.
Like,
it's just they are fighting over flower.
It starts young. That puts so much into perspective.
I know.
I feel like for me it's totally different because I feel that my friends know me a lot more compared to like my a partner basically. So I tend to give more chances to the partner compared to like the friend because like I'm literally like her like one strike you're out basically because
for your friends
I'm not gonna like block you. I'm not gonna
for your friends?
For my friends because I'm not gonna block you. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But if I see that like you're not being considerate of my feelings or anything like that, like that just shows to me that we can't be any more like closer than like what we are right now. So the relationship will stop there. It's not gonna grow any.
Especially because with your own girls, like you be pouring your heart out.
Yeah.
No, I get what she means though, because it's like these are people that already know you.
Yeah.
Versus like somebody is like you're trying to get to know. You know what I mean? So it's like if they
it's like you're a woman, you should just know.
No, you have male friendships that you
everybody gets it.
because I I think like cool. Let's say like we're all girls here, right? And it's like cool female friends and all that stuff because female friendships be having like a bad rap. I'm not gonna lie.
Miami friendships be hurting more than like.
But look, it's like okay, cool. This is your friend. You could be friends for like 5 years plus. They know everything about you. You know everything about them. You know what I mean? You would think that you have some sort of like mutual respect, mutual like understanding with like certain things, and then a situation can happen, and it's like, oh wow, this is your character, thinking like, dang, like I thought I knew you. We've known each other for like this amount of time, and like all of a sudden like this is your character versus someone you're getting to know, you know what I mean? You're getting to know someone, depending on how strict your program is for real, to be honest. So, but they could do some messed up thing, not knowing like it would have an effect to you, right? And it's like, okay, like I could give you another chance because you didn't know, but now that you know or whatsoever, if you cross that line again or whatsoever, it's like that's it. Versus like a film or friendship or a friendship in general where it's like, I thought we was tight. I thought we was, like we was there. Like what's happening? So I think it's definitely like I get what she means. But it's like dang, like do me wrong one time. That's it. As a friend. But I think but for me, I'm when it comes to letting go of situations, it's hard for me to let go of things. I am not gonna lie. It's hard for me to let go of things, guys. I don't know, but I'm also like a fighter too. It's like I want to fight for like this relationship, that relationship, whatsoever. You know what I mean? Whether it's friends, romantic, family, anything like that. It's like I want to fight, but it's like dang, the other party isn't putting the same effort in. Basically, so it's like, you know what? I rest my case.
You guys have strength.
I hate when I sense like distance or like odd feeling. Like just tell me you don't. Yes. Tell me you're not jacking me for real.
That one hit a when it builds, it makes it so much more easier to just be like, it is what it is. I'm gonna charge it to the game.
Charge it.
Now we got something to say.
Can I be the rational voice?
Go ahead.
Sometimes it's really not about the person. I'm literally just going through it.
And I get that. That's what. And I definitely do get that.
That's like a good point.
That's a really good point. I feel like a lot of people, the way humans function is like they can't see life outside of themselves. If something doesn't like directly, what's the word? If something does not directly affect you, it's so hard to see
understand it too.
Or understand another person's perspective. Like I think for us humans, it's so easy for us to take things personal. It's like, okay, she's not talking to me because it's something I did, or she has a problem with me, or she's jealous of me, or me. We're just so self-centered to the point where it's just like we can't comprehend the fact that somebody can literally be going through life.
I definitely get that but if I'm being real, we are in our own world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in my own like story where it's like I'm the main character. You know what I mean? Grace is her own main character.
Yeah, I know I'm the main character.
Amber is hers, Leticia's hers, so on and so forth.
Obviously, everybody has different style on how they're gonna deal with things. But I guess at the end of the day, it's just like if you know that you're avoidant and in the moment you don't want to talk about your problems to me or whatever, even though like you said, we've created that space. At least tell me that's at least tell me that you're going through. So I expect like if you're distant, that I shouldn't put in my, because like I said, I'm an overthinker, so at least I know that there's nothing that I have done that created an
give me a
issue.
sense of peace.
Communicate, and then you can take your space, and then whenever you feel comfortable, if you do, you could come talk to me about it. You know what I'm saying? But
communication.
Is it bad to in that situation on the other side? Is it bad to expect your friend to ask you, hey, like how, like is this something that I did, or
I
like
think it's bad.
how can I help? Are you going through it?
It depends
like,
on
what's going on?
It depends on the status of the friendship. If you guys are deep deep sisterhood, like this is your sister, and they can recognize that you are not behaving in the normal way that you usually do, and they don't say anything, then it's a bit like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you are going through something and you don't want to talk about it, and it's like, you know, we have this relationship where we talk all the time, and you genuinely don't want to talk about it, please just say that you don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We're grown enough. Everybody goes through their
Don't
own.
give the silent treatment. You know, like in either relationship, like friendship, or in silent treatment, is just never gonna.
But that's when they do ask, and you don't want to talk about it.
We're waiting. What is something you've had to unlearn in womanhood?
What did I even
Since Amber, well, we can start with Amber because it was
Amber.
I think one thing that I've learned about womanhood is that...
No, you have to unlearn.
Oh, that I've unlearned. Something that I've unlearned is that, like...
Something that... What was the question again?
What's something you have unlearned about womanhood as you've grown up?
Okay.
So something that you were taught and then you have to...
Or you learned, or like there was something that's inherent, or just a trait, something that you've kept within you and you've used it in your life, and you're like, oh, you realize later on in life that that's not right.
Like,
that's not something good that you're doing. Or thinking of blah 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 blah.
I gotta think about this.
I think the biggest one that I've learned is that, like, God did not make me, like, I didn't come to this earth to live and die to just be a mother and a wife. Like, I feel like it's just such a thing.
Still make heaven,
bro. It's such a thing. Like, okay, you're gonna do the degree, okay, and then after that, when are you gonna get married? Like, when are you gonna, when are you gonna? That's your goal. That's the ultimate goal. And for me, that's just not my goal. That's just not my goal. Like, I swear, like that cannot be all that I've amounted to. You know what I'm saying?
You might as well start now.
I like to challenge some things.
No, because
I was gonna say are my experiences. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was gonna piggyback on what she was saying because mine is very similar. Where like I am actively learning to like unlearn the things that have been taught. So like the one thing that I've been taught is like everything has to be perfect. Basically, like you need to know how to, like, as soon as you wake up, you instantly have to know how to do things.
Just cater
like
to a man.
Yeah, basically like your bed has to be made. Your da da da. And I'm not saying that these things are bad, but then it became my personality.
The man was marrying liability.
Shut up! Sorry. I have to say this. Yeah, basically. It was another thing was that I got a call the other day, and it's one babe that I know from my church, right? And she told me about some guy that like was asking of me, and one question she said specifically was, she was like, oh Amber, so you don't want to marry? And I was just like, I didn't know that was my only purpose in this earth. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I was just like, wow, like, you don't even know the plans that I have for myself. Like, you don't even know that even everything that you're saying now is even just, just leave it there. Like, it's just not even on the forefront of my mind anymore. And it's just not fair, because it's like, men get to have all these big dreams and ambitions for themselves. But my biggest dream and ambition has to be a mother and a wife. Like, what do you mean? Everybody telling me, even my mom, like, she's always got this dream that's like, you know, when I finish university, I'll get a job and I should start saving for a house. And then I thought to myself, like, I didn't even want a house. I want a big high-rise apartment with big windows and 2 doors. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That also adds, like yesterday I saw a TikTok video, right? And this girl, she was saying, she's like, when I post, like lately I've been attending weddings, because, you know, friends, like my peers are getting married, and every single time I post about my friends getting married, I'll have an auntie swiping up. Oh, congratulations, so don't worry, you're next. Now she said, but when I post my friends and I said happy birthday, nobody will ever swipe and be like, no, hey, don't worry, your birthday is coming up. Like, so who is telling you I'm worrying Like I don't want to be next.
Exactly. Sitting here,
Like there's a lot of
when am I gonna
projection.
get
Yeah.
Any second now. Any second now.
I should just be sitting there waiting for a suitable suitor to come and take my hand.
Squeezing
that Cinderella. Like this is actually the real world.
There's so many cooler things about us.
I do want to say with that being like a trait that I'm unlearning. It took so much of my years, like growing up, like just working on like the perfection aspect and like how to be a wife or whatever. That now I'm like in this season where like I'm like, is that actually who I am? Like now I have to like, is this like who I am? Like I have to now learn who I am.
I want to be a wife. I want to be a wife.
Yeah, I want man.
No, great is too funny. I'm a lover girl.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I also want to be married. I also want to be
guys. You want me?
Like
that's the people that you're working with.
That's not what she's saying. It's like,
I get that.
You guys got me up now. Let me speak. My Lord have mercy.
Speak up forever, Oja.
Peace. Okay. Now, me, I understand. I hear everything that everyone is saying. Guys, anyone in my life, like outside of Maine, like people, my mom, my dad, they know. My sister, even my sister, she knows that I'm a very independent person. Mm-hmm. I do everything by myself. If I gotta get something done, I'm not texting daddy. Mm-hmm. I'm not texting mommy. I've always done it. Mm-hmm. So there's this aspect of I just want someone to take care of it. Oh. I don't mind being I'm someone who's always done everything. If I have to do something for school, I do it myself. Mm-hmm. If I have to do something for school for someone else, I will do it. Mm-hmm. Me, I've worked at one point 3 jobs too, so I can live in So it's like I also want to live that independent, strong life for myself. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say strong because I hate this idea of black women having to be strong, whatever. No, it just perpetuates this long-standing racist ideology, which I'm not gonna get into. But I just sometimes, as much as I love being independent and taking care of myself, sometimes I don't want to have to deal with the problems that come with life. Yeah. I just want to push it off to someone else. And if I have just a sweet man looking right next to me, I can just say, babes, take care of it. I don't want no problem today. Let me go to bed. Mm-hmm. And he can be the one filled with anxiety, thinking about how to work this situation out. That's crazy. And that's the only aspect. But honestly, Amber, and everyone else that's include like that had that same type of like thought process. I'm with you. I'm with you too, because I said this to a different group of people that in life women have always been seen as objects. They've always been seen that they have to do this, they have to do that, or you have to learn how to cook, and women I wouldn't even say women, children, young girls have been having babies at such a crazy young age. Is this mentality that has been taught for generations, decades, millennia, for too long, that women are just meant to be child bears, that women are just supposed to sit at the home, do nothing, and that they're supposed to take care of the husband and please them any way they want. Clean. And they please, please. But the thing is that, especially in an African household, that idea can get perpetuated so easily because of what different, like, it's just easy for African people also, like black people, it's just so easily perpetuated in a lot of different cultures, because there's so many different cultures out there where you have to respect the man, you have to do this for the man, you have to bow down to the man when you wake up, man. Exactly. You got that time. Exactly. I will be here on the platter for you to eat your grapes off of. So I'm not a human being, so that's why it's like on both sides.
All about men.
Yeah. No, not even that, but I'm just like, it's just an aspect of what you're the thing is that what we're trying to unlearn, and it's like it comes back to this idea where we're unlearning things that are men centered.
Like every time we have a conversation, it leads right back to
because they are the problem.
Even my point, even the point that I
I was about to make was also like men related because I've gotten this like a lot. Even growing up, I would never, if there's like one thing I'd never say about myself was like being male centered or things like that. But I've had this like idea where I'm like, I'll go to a party, I dress up, then you post on WhatsApp, then it's like, you're doing it for the boys, you're doing it for the boys, and in my mind I'm just like, if you only knew how good I feel when I have to wear makeup for myself, how good I feel when I get my hair done, but it's always like, no, you're doing it for a man. Like,
and you wouldn't be having no men on social media.
Can you imagine?
There's girls that don't even have no men on social media. But they're somehow doing it for the man. Like, what the heck?
Anyway, so I'm doing it for my home.
It's like saying everything is performative. Like, I can't go outside and read a book no more.
Right. You know what I mean? It's just so crazy. Yeah, I have gotten that.
Guys, this is helling me. Hold on.
No, I have gotten that a whole lot.
Take it in. Judy got her therapy
I get a
session.
comment, I post something from Letitia, favor her, it makes me feel good, even though man says anything. Because my whole point is I just want to look bad for me.
Mind you,
I've been doing things for girls and girls.
When you post on social media, I'm looking for my girls.
That's if my girl's not in the likes,
when I see the likes coming in, it's like
When is the guys? When is the guys? I get the ick.
It's like if I know you're hungry, like
men are gonna come regardless. Millions of men on the planet. Men are gonna come regardless. A man's gonna comment. A man's gonna like. It's gonna happen.
What's up?
You can fire out of this conversation.
If my homegirl didn't like my story, I didn't.
Are you looking at me? Get a CFE of you looking at the phone.
Bro, you know when you go outside and a girl compliment, random girl compliment.
It's like
made my whole week.
Like,
hello. We're replaying that situation. I'm going to sleep. Oh, that's funny, guys.
No, for real.
She likes my hair.
My birthday.
No, for real.
And it's just gonna be me, Mima, and another friend of mine, and I just can't wait to be outside with two men. Just like, wow, you look bad, I look bad, we all look bad. Like,
Not a bad. Where everybody?
That is too.
And it's like girls are so creative in their their compliments. They're like, wow, I just took a bite of my friend.
Out the way. We literally go out the way.
Literally.
No, that is so
but then
But actually, like, when you give,
you guys are saying gay.
when you get the attention from the man, it's always lustful. It's always just.
it's okay, I know what you want. I know what you want.
You know, it's like,
I'm not even
plus, my husband, he's not gonna over here swipe up on, bro, I could go through my thing right now and that is not my husband. You don't even try.
No man of mine.
No man of mine. Swipe up on my thing.
He's for the streets.
Like,
what the heck?
And go, yum.
no man of mine.
But just to go like off of what Patience said, it starts internally. If you don't feel confident about yourself, nothing nobody says will ever make you feel confident.
Yeah.
That's key.
20,000 men could swipe up in the story. If you feel like, dang, I didn't do my baddest, that is what you're gonna. It does not matter who gave you the most compliment. It's just like, if I don't feel confident in myself, it does not exist.
But also though, I feel like when it comes to like posting on Instagram, it's like particular, it feels like you have to do your baddest every time.
I was getting too a point. I feel like it was, for me, I was becoming too performative. I felt like I had to look a certain way. I had to present myself a certain way. I had to post a certain way. You know what I mean? I had to look aesthetic. Like, I had to, I just had to come like prepared, everything.
You're gonna come with a banger every time.
You know what I mean?
And if it's not that, then you wouldn't post it.
If I did not get the amount of likes that I thought that it was gonna give. Yeah. Guys, you know one thing I do? I never check who likes my stories. My sister asks me, you know what thing I never do? I don't check who likes my stories. I do not, because you're not gonna get to me. I do not check who.
Yeah.
So sometimes I probably like somebody's story that I probably never liked my story. I don't check who looks at my stories.
That's good.
I've told myself, I'm just like, no, you know what?
No, that's good.
Yeah, I fell into that.
I need to still that.
Even when you're hoping for the light, it's like you're
like,
you get that light. It's like,
and I was talking to my best friends. I was just like, I remember when Instagram used to be so free.
Yeah.
You used to post like
You're posting like your
pictures.
Snapchat, basically.
Like you know, like Snapchat.
That's my close friend.
the concept of Finsta. Let's talk about it. Finstas.
I love me a Spam.
Somebody literally.
But that's when we started to become more like secluded and less free. When when you were able to now, okay, you are in this category, you get to see this.
Yeah.
That's when we started to be more selective.
I think it's just about being selective about who you allow into your space.
Yeah.
Because not everyone should see the vulnerable side of you, because they're going to take advantage of that. Not everyone has access to the real Grace, because please, I beg, if you get access to real Grace, that means I care about you. And not everyone has the same intentions for you that you do for them.
Yeah.
And I, at this age of time,
That's
me and my big age, ain't nobody come. I can't let people in that aren't gonna care for me the way I care for them.
Yeah.
I think sorry, Grace, are you done? Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Me, I was just yapping.
No, and I wanna add on what Grace is saying. I have never really been the type to be like very aesthetic, because me, number one, on Instagram, especially when it's come to Instagram stories, I've always been the type to like post memes or like funny videos.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that on Instagram.
I love that.
But and I've seen like a lot of people don't really do that. But like when I went to when I posted, I just wanted to see how many people like saw my stories. This might not be like a big number. This is adding up to what Grace is saying. And I was like, do I really want like this many people seeing my personality? I just looked at it and it was like 300, almost 400 people. I said, imagine being in a room and 400 people are sitting and watching you.
It's scary.
Like think about it that way. You know what I mean?
And that's how I started to think about it.
And I'm just like, think about it that way. So with what Grace is saying, she's actually very true. Because if you're also being way too much of yourself over this, like 300 people see your stories every single day. Do you want the 300 single people to actually know that this is
not everybody has good intentions?
And you never know who is who.
They're gonna take advantage of your that kindness that you can have.
Be careful. Be careful.
Scary.
Tell me about it.
I know how I found people.
Yes.
There's always that one person who is watching you on.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Monitoring spirits. We call those monitoring spirits.
Because when people see you in real life and they can recall your stories.
I have recorded somebody's story before she told me I was scared. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This is why I'm so careful with what I post. There's one thing I don't do, especially my little siblings, I don't like to post them.
It's so easy to recall somebody's life and to even come to a conclusion of what somebody's life is like. But it's just like, no, I only post what I want you guys to know. But even outside of that, it's just like, people need to see it as a spiritual aspect. People can literally take your picture and put it in an altar,
a voodoo thing,
do whatever they would like. Guys, once I started to think about it like that, I said, if I don't go private so
it's time to deactivate.
And deactivate? Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't want to give somebody material to use against them. You know what I mean?
This is straight prayer, bro.
But not to even say that people are like that, because I don't even think people. Not a lot of people are like that. They don't have witch tendencies. You know what I mean? But still, it's just like you have so much access to my life. Even a single negative thought can still affect me spiritually. Like, I've learned so much when it comes to the spiritual and how sensitive it is. You just even thinking negative or being jealous of somebody, you know what they call it? Spiritual murder. You're murdering to be jealous of somebody, you're murdering that person spiritually. So imagine just a single negative thought that you have of somebody, how much like it can do and damage it can do to somebody. Sometimes I'm just like, dang, I don't want to give somebody that much control. Like, I just don't want to do it, like, because it's just so much.
Okay,
so you don't know people's intentions.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Have red eyes.
That's true.
Life. Like
that's really true. You never really know anyone's like full intentions, regardless of like how long or how much you know them. To be honest, like, because their intentions can be good starting out, and then it could also like switch. You know what I mean? So we're gonna play red flag, green flag. So each of us is gonna say statement. And then we're all going to say if that's like a red flag or a green flag, right? So I could start first. and then we're gonna go
that way.
Yeah, go that way.
I think we've answered a little too much.
Okay.
Recently.
We'll go that way. So I could go first. Okay, red flag, green flag, right? If you just met them, right, and they send you flowers almost every day.
You just met them. That's love bombing.
Mhm.
I've experienced love bombing before.
Red flag, green flag.
Red flag. That's
Green
20
flag.
flowers in my house.
Thank you, green flag.
Somebody said green.
I think it's green.
This one, it can be green.
Okay, but if he sent me plants, I think I would have a different opinion. Flowers are just gonna die. Red flag.
I think it's green flag just because it's courting.
Okay, so who thinks it's a red flag?
Raise your hands.
Wait,
red flag.
Question how much money they got.
Yeah.
Because if you buying a bouquet every day, that's
It depends on the type of flowers, though.
No.
Flowers
You
got money to spend.
Okay, so if you think it's a red flag, if you think it's a red flag, say I.
Red
Okay.
flag? Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Listen,
Okay,
right?
Nima, your turn.
Listen, you just met this person. Can we get to know each other a little bit? Because now it's like, are you buying flowers every day for every girl you meet?
Yeah, I don't think
Was this just like a good week for you? You know what I mean?
I feel like it was
Like flower.
you know, like I think you need to get to know someone a little bit more before you start pursuing them, because it's like, you know,
Okay.
why you so quick to buy me flowers? You don't
I
even
could be
know
a
me.
serial killer for all
That's
you know.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
and that's also another thing. People rush into relationship without getting to know each other, and then it ends because you were love bombing. You don't truly know me, and then when you finally know me, now you're bored. Now you're gonna go buy the next girl flowers every day.
Yeah.
And
It's lust.
That's
Nothing but lust.
What the heck?
Get out of my face.
Okay, Mima, you're next. What's your statement? Red flag, green flag.
Okay. Is giving people too much grace a red flag or a green flag?
I think to a certain extent it depends.
Yeah.
Because
Are you gonna
also
say
we have to be
green
very
flag?
careful, right? Certain times you have to understand what's the difference between being grace and the people pleaser.
Or being delusional.
Yeah.
I'm delulu.
You know one thing I had to learn?
That's so
growing up, I used to be a people pleaser. Growing up,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
that's
things
what-
that,
that's what
you
I
know,
had to unlearn.
one day I just said to myself and I said, Patience, you're not a good person, you're a people pleaser. There's a difference.
That's deep.
Yeah, you have to have, there's a difference.
That's actually deep.
It's people pleasing is side by side with
You're not a
witchcraft.
good
child.
person. You're not really a good person. You're just a people pleaser.
Yeah, that is deep.
Sickening.
That.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
Lock it.
I don't know. I
Always
feel
ask yourself, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like for friendships, like during friendships, like if I feel like this person is my friend and like like we're friends and then like we're like sisters and then you know you're constantly like bringing me down most of the time, but then I like overlook it because I just feel like, okay, maybe you're trying to make me better or I think you have my best interest at heart. But then again, it's like I'm trying to, you know, still stay by you or like be there for you or just keep, and then I'm doing like everything you want me to do for you, but then when I need you to do something for me, you can't go the extra mile. So it's like,
Sweetheart, you two have to understand if you have attachment issues too.
yeah, it's just
You're a fool. Because I'm a fool too. You're a fool.
But also, I feel like
because there's no discernment there.
Yeah.
You have to be able to discern who is worthy of your
Yeah.
grace and who is
energy.
not. Because at the end of the day, like, yes, you need to be a graceful person because God is graceful towards you. But at the same time, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
You're worthy you're worthy in yourself, and somebody is not worthy of all the grace and your love that you extend to that person. Some people will take advantage of that so fast, and you have to be able to able to like discern. Okay, who is worthy of this grace that I'm extending and who's not? Because some people just want to suck you dry and leave you. Yeah, literally vampires. They just want to suck you dry, girl. And there's nobody but the devil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, too much stress. Too much stress is a red flag.
Karen, your
Okay.
turn.
So red flag or green flag if someone proposes within a year of dating?
Are you
That's not bad. That's
not bad. Yeah, but you get 3 months.
You see yourself like with this person.
It's a green flag for somebody. Just not me.
Okay, so what's the red flag for you?
Guys, raise hands if it's green.
Here.
Green flag.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Depends on how you are too, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if you're like up there, maybe it's good that you still the
Who's up there? Who's up there?
Not me in it.
But then like staying with someone for like 10 years and then you guys know.
Yeah, that's sickening.
It just sounds like we all got commitment issues at this point.
I think you need to at least just dating for a year. Yeah, but you should not get married before a year. Yeah.
But,
Okay,
I mean,
your
it's not
turn.
a bad thing. There are people that have gotten married and they're
still
together.
together.
You know, life is like
That's why I said for somebody.
Yeah, life
it's
is a
green
mystery,
flag.
you know.
For me.
It could work for you, it could not work for her. Life is very...
And also, again, men know what they want.
Yeah.
That's what
That's why I like because they do know what they want.
Yeah.
They really do know what they
That's
You see
true.
one thing about men?
They're not
At all.
Like,
That's true. It depends on the situation. If it's a love bombing situation, no. But it's like if y'all genuinely took the time to like get to know each other, y'all got it before God.
Okay,
God
so how long
confirmed.
do you think it could take to get to know someone for real? It depends. You
You're never gonna know
you know, you
someone.
can even somebody for 2
I still
months.
get to
Even
know
even
myself.
married-
Even for myself. I'm
Guys,
like,
and then there's someone for 2 years
sometimes
and you feel like you don't even know the
No, because even when you're married, you're still learning that person because people change. You're never gonna say, I know you perfectly.
know you
Because you're still gonna be learning that person.
Yeah.
So, like,
No,
it's a
I've
gamble.
always
But
said that.
So it's like, yeah.
It's certain situations that will bring certain things out of you.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes it doesn't, especially when it comes to relationship, you won't know who you truly are until you're put into a certain situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Naomi, your turn. Red flag, green flag, your statement.
Yeah, I'm over here like. And you know what the worst part is? Tomorrow when you get home, you're gonna think of something really weird.
That's the
Oh my gosh.
You don't know. I don't know either, but I have something so weird because I know how you girls can be. I worked on this aspect.
Okay, so if you have one, just go ahead and then come back.
He can't cook.
Red flag.
Red flag.
We're not getting married. Like you gotta learn how to cook.
Yeah. That's telling me I cannot leave you alone with my kids.
Yes.
That's the one there.
That's just mentioned right there. You see this story of baby daddies or husbands and men.
I feel like the reoccurring.
My brother really my brother is about to be 16, right? My brother is about to be 16. And this boy is lazy. The other day I told him, I said, you're about to be 16, we are gonna cook. So he's left-handed, which I was like making fun of him. I'm like, no, you're about to be 16, you're gonna cook. You like to eat all these nice things, but because you know it's me, my sister, and then there is him. So there's more girls in the house than there is boys. I'm like, you like all these nice things, but you don't know how to cook. You know what? You're gonna cook. Cooking is a gender. It's like a survival skill. I don't believe that cooking is a man. Cooking is a survival skill. Period. Come here, let's cook. We cooked immediately. Yeah. So it's
And now people don't have to boil water.
Listen.
What does that even mean?
Listen. I used to have a friend, right? I used to have a friend, Favor.
Because I'm sorry, my brother's can't cook for themselves. They're not gonna come to me and tell me that you can't cook.
Favor. I used to have a friend, right?
What did you do to her? Favor keep grabbing Favor. Favor doesn't even know why she's being grabbed the ball. I'm not a man.
Guys, let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
I used to have a friend, right, from West Africa, right? She can cook. So it's like her and her brother 2 years apart.
Yeah.
She can cook. Her brother's very athletic, doing all this type of sports.
So
you know, he can eat. If in my house, I can never cook that much of portion of food. So I asked him. I said,
learn how to cook from my brother.
No. So I said, what? I said, do you know how to cook? No.
no. My dad says a man can never be in the kitchen.
That's a girl, see? I said, you yourself, what happened when they live by themselves?
You yourself, you can eat lunch one or 5 people at once, but you don't know how to cook for yourself.
So happens when they live by themselves.
And that's so crazy. That's the golden buzzer right there. My dad said it always starts from
home. And the thing is, that very brother, the only thing he's gonna look for is a woman that can cook.
The first question. Can you cook?
Why don't you ask the man, do you think you're gonna get married to a wife? Do you think you're gonna find a wife? I just never asked a man. It's like you're gonna find a wife.
Do you think you're gonna get husband?
No, you're a mama's boy. You're literally a mama's boy. Do you think a woman in this day and age, a millennial woman,
they aren't worried about if they're going to find a woman? Like,
yeah, they're not worried. So be worried that you're gonna find a wife.
A
wife as independent as we are, as the generations go, as independent as we are. Do you think you're gonna find a wife?
Clock it.
I mean,
the sad part
like
is
you guys were saying, like
will.
these things start from like but because like when I just turned 21, and the first call I had was for my mom, like 12 midnight, and then the first thing she goes is like, you need to start preparing for your future. And then I had to record this whole conversation because I was so riled up. She was like, oh, you need to start talking to people. You need to go out of your comfort zone. You're carrying on too much load. Like, no man wants to marry someone that is so big. I'm like, hello, get down.
No, get all the way down.
I just cannot keep on living that life. Like, okay, now I'm done with school. Please put a ring on my hand.
Talking about how her aunt or her mom or whatever was like, because she was just like, I remember one time my mom was just like, like, how dare you not want kids? You know, you're a woman, you're gonna need to want kids and stuff like that. She told her mom, she's like, you've been miserable about your kids your entire life. I don't want your situation. When she said her mom went silent and did not say nothing else since then, I was just like, yeah.
What could she say?
Think about your life.
I was laughing. You're done for.
It's really that, because it's like, think about your life. How do you expect me to want kids when my like, I guess my standard is you. You've been miserable about your kids all your life. You know, you couldn't do anything that you wanted to do because you decided to marry and have kids so early, and you make sure that we know that every single day of our lives, and then you're going to fix your mouth to ask me, how dare you not want kids? Because I see your life. I see that you're miserable. I see that, like, you're not able to, I guess, you're not able to live to your own expectations, your standards. You're not able to live up to your dreams that you had for yourself because you decided to have kids. So how do you expect me to put my dreams to the side because you want me to have kids? It makes no sense. And then another lady was talking about how, like, she went to some, I guess she graduated high school, and her aunts were telling her, like, you should have kids, da 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 da. And then, like, her and her cousins, I guess one of her cousins were just like, no, I don't want to have kids right now because I want to travel, I want to live my life. And then her aunt goes, oh, but having kids does not stop you from traveling and living your life.
Please, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not financially stable or wealthy, it's going to stop you from living your life.
You know,
it's gonna stop you. You're telling me I'm my age right now, and I give birth to a child. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna live that's funny as fuck. That's the favorite struggle.
You're supposed to go buy some margaritas or when I go buy diapers.
I wanna have a drink. Drink is cheaper than diapers, yo. Hey, no. You're telling me. You're telling me. At
gone outside of your backyard when you've had kids? They said they laughed. Everybody started laughing at that auntie because where have you gone outside of your backyard with these kids that you have? That you're saying that those kids did not stop you.
The kids have been going to 5 different continents more than you, and you've been with us longer.
Can you imagine? Kids do stop you from doing a lot of things because you're no longer living your life for you.
I think you're
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. It doesn't have to do with the kids, but it's similar. And also going back to that conversation that we had earlier about like not being able to leave a man because you're married or whatever. Guys, okay, at our age right now, a lot of us have been stressed out by a man.
Swing by man. No.
And listen, right? I feel like, I do understand how difficult it is to leave a marriage, but then it's also, I feel like we said that since at a young age we've always been being raised to make our personality be a wife and a mother. And then it's like now you're in a miserable relationship, and I've seen miserable relationships. I've seen my parents, I've seen other people's parents, and it's like, would you rather, at the end of the day, your life doesn't end. I'd rather end that relationship with that man, even though I'm married and I have kids. I don't want, that's also going to put trauma on the kids. I'd rather just end the relationship and be happier than stay in a miserable marriage for the rest of my life because I'm not forced.
Hey, that man has to die.
So that's the thing, because I
think that's the worst part.
No, people say a divorce.
It's not me that's dying. So that's the worst part. That man... He has to die.
I don't know how, but
it's not me.
It's not you.
It's not me, because to that do us part, darling, and it's not me doing part.
It's tomorrow.
It's not me doing part. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn up the post notifications. If you're loving this, comment down below. Comment down if your thoughts, opinions, anything that we've said so far. Thank you guys for tuning in. And okay, bye. It's a chit chat show. Chit chat show. Come on. Chit chat like there's no tomorrow. Chit chat show. Welcome to the chit chat. Chit chat show. Chit chat like there's no tomorrow.